Sup, Nerdmigos? I'm the Jive talking nerd, John Norgrove. We have Wife here. We're back for another review Jive. Today we are talking about the 2019 movie Wine Country, which, if you're watching us and you don't know, we live in wine country. Sort of.
But not Napa.
So this movie takes place in
Sonoma
Napa.
County.
We live in Sonoma County, the superior county. Go Sonoma County. Yeah, we're better.
Ooh.
Fucking deal with it.
Because we have not only wine, but also
Beaches.
beer and beaches.
Beer. I mean, I guess
and
theoretically Napa has
and
all of that
cheese.
stuff except for the beach, although they may have lakes or
And
something.
cannabis.
As a child growing up in, like,
and,
proper Sonoma, because I was born and raised in Sonoma, there has always been this, like, deep-seated rivalry between Sonoma and Napa. I don't personally understand why. But I know that when I go to Napa, I only go to Napa for literally one place, and that's it. Every time I'm just like, ugh.
And that one place, just so you know, is a leather store.
Napa's the worst. I don't know. I don't like Napa. I'm not into it. I'm also not a fucking wine person, so that might be it.
It's like a little too hot and like a little too dry.
It's warmer than
for me,
than
and it's
Sonoma
only
County.
wine,
Yeah.
and I feel like there's really nothing.
Well, there
like
are breweries in Napa.
Are there?
Yeah, I'm pretty certain that every county in the United States has at least one brewery in it.
I just
Craft
feel like
beer.
Napa is a little too warm, a little too rolling winery hills.
Yeah, it's not
and a little too green.
Yeah, it's not as good as Sonoma County. That's the secret
I mean, don't
sauce.
get me wrong. For half of my childhood, I grew up in the inner city in the East Bay, in the Bay Area.
It's cool.
And then the second half of my childhood, I grew up in Sonoma County. So, like, it's a little different. I'm still awed pretty much every day at how beautiful it is where I live. But even more so now that we live in a tiny haunted cabin in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, bitch? Redwoods. Yeah, man. Okay, so let me read you the description from this one. So this is 6 women question their friendships and futures when they travel to Napa Valley, California to celebrate a 50th birthday.
That is the most accurate description for a movie
it's the
that I
tightest
think we've
description
ever
we've had on the show.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. Look at that. We're done. It's a good movie.
We're
Fuck
done.
off.
Now you know what it's about.
Fade out. No, it's really, so we were like, last night we're like, all right, we want to watch a movie. We didn't want to watch something like heavy or serious or action-packed, and Netflix has just been, if anybody who ever watches my videos can learn anything who works for Netflix, it's, get your fucking life together with your horror movies, man.
Yeah.
2 years ago, you were the fucking cream of the goddamn crop.
Yeah.
Now, shit fucking horror movies.
Now we're gonna have to get a Shudder subscription.
Oh God, always with the more subscriptions.
We have so many subscriptions.
It's the worst. It's the worst. And we pay for like an inordinate amount of cable because of the woods part of living out here. And it's this thing where it's like, oh man, we can't find something that we want to watch on this, and then we'll go to cable and we're just like, oh yeah. We have like 8 quadrillion movies to watch on fucking cable.
And we have the
all
kind of cable,
free shit.
Yeah. Well, we have the kind of cable where you can just ask your remote to watch something.
Oh my God.
And it'll mostly bring it to you. It's pretty dope.
Life hack. Get one of those if you have Comcast. Do whatever you got to do to get that Comcast Talk to It fucking remote. I don't know what channel anything is on anymore.
Yeah.
It's the fucking best. All right, so like Rick and Morty's on at 11:30 at night, right? These are all asides. Deal with it. Rick and Morty's on at 11:30 at night. This one goes to sleep long before then. So we record it, right? You don't have to fucking navigate some menus to watch the episode.
You just grab the remote and go,
you just go
Rick and Morty.
And then it just goes like, what do you want to watch? You want to watch any of the past episodes that are available to you free, or you want to watch this new shit that you recorded? And you're like, this new shit that I recorded. That's it. It's like a fucking words and like one button click, you're watching the new episode. It's so fucking nice.
Yeah, you want to go to a channel, you can go to a channel.
But you can also just be like horror movies.
And it'll show you everything that you can get for free. And of course you can like go to like the guide function, and the guide function like shows you the
we don't even really
channels.
do that anymore.
We mostly use the guide function to see what's on like the science and home channels.
Or to see what it is that we're watching.
What movies are on.
What is this? And then like 20 minutes later, yeah, I'm gonna do it. guide.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've
okay,
definitely
yeah.
done that.
Deep Impact. Got it.
Definitely
cool.
done that.
Changing the channel. No, but so this movie.
So
is
we wanted
about,
something a little lighthearted and a little silly, and we pretty much found it in this movie.
We we were like, oh, this movie's about wine country. You know, I mean, it's Napa, but whatever.
And it's like kind of where we live. It's close enough.
So we put it on, and what I have to say is that I don't know what ist it is. I don't know. It's not racist. It's, I don't know, secularist, culturalist, Sonoma County-ist, whatever fucking
it
ist
is.
It
Definitely
is.
wine
These people
country-ist.
Fucking mean to us. I don't know if this was written by like some SoCal motherfuckers
For those
or
of
written by
you
some fucking
who
New York
live in
motherfuckers.
wine country, guys,
fuck these guys,
you gotta
dude.
watch this.
It's
because
just mean.
Well, it's not really mean.
It's mean.
It's shots fired. That's what it is. It's shots fired.
Remember movies where you could make jokes about black people in the 80s where they were making like, where it's like, you're like, it's not racist. It was the 80s. That's this, but for wine country people.
That's
it's
fair.
It's not racist. But, like, you're a bunch of fucking crunchy granola eating hippie cunts.
Well, but not all of us.
You know?
So we had, like...
well, Napa people.
They had,
that's my safety
like,
net.
Every personality that you could think of for, like,
Except
the greater
Stoner.
wine country. Except for Stoner, which was interesting.
The two things they didn't attack
like,
us for is... Well, there's three things they didn't attack us for that are well-known facts about people from Northern California, and specifically, like... North Bay, wine country sort of areas. They didn't hit us for stoners.
Yeah.
They didn't hit us for cold beaches, which is just like a weird thing that people are always on about. They're from like Chicago and New York, and they spent the time in Napa, but still, that's always a throwaway joke. Ah, the beach was cold or some bullshit like that.
How do you swim in the ocean?
And they didn't hit us for being like just the least kind drivers.
They also
ever.
didn't hit us for saying the word hella.
Oh, they didn't. Nobody said hella.
Hella in that movie.
Shit! I didn't think about that. Yeah, I forget that that's one of our colloquialisms.
Yeah,
they say it all the fucking time.
They're well, we think that this was probably written by somebody who doesn't live in NorCal or the wine country.
This was definitely written by some SoCal.
Although they did get a bunch of different things, but at one point in time in the movie, at least some of the characters have to go to the hospital, and they're shown walking out of the hospital, and there's like a you know, those mats that you walk on that are like rubbery and kind of squishy. So they're walking out this big mat in front of like the hospital door, and it says NorCal Hospital. You know, if you're from Northern California, you say NorCal. You don't say SoCal.
And it wasn't like oh, it's a Napa Occidental Hospital or something like that. It was like capital N, lowercase O, capital C, lowercase A-L.
One word.
So like
hospital.
Like SoCal, but they just forgot that we add the
But they're like, oh, but they're in Northern, and they're like, oh, then it must be NoCal. No, it's not NoCal, it's NorCal.
Yeah, I've been trying to like justify that away with like, well,
I don't even think a
like,
SoCal person would do that because they at least are part of Cal.
Yeah, maybe. You know, who knows? Well, but this is like the Tina Fey troupe, and they're from New York.
Yeah, so they
might legit just like not know.
Yeah, they probably don't know.
So that might be what that is.
Yeah,
I don't know what that NoCal shit is.
A ton of personalities.
Yeah,
so
it was real good.
They hit snobby wine people.
Ooh,
like
real
snobby
hard.
high-end wine.
If you like a fancy wine lady, you might feel attacked in this movie.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So they hit fancy high-end white people.
Wine people,
sorry.
Yeah. And white people, let's be honest.
Yeah, they did. There's a lot of...
Not a great deal of diversity in this movie.
There's a lot of upper-class Karening happening here.
Yeah, you know what? Now that I think about it, there isn't very much diversity.
There is.
Are there any colored people in this movie? I mean, there's an Asian girl, but...
I don't know.
I don't know that there were any brown folks in this movie.
Idea.
I just realized that, and now I'm like, what the fuck?
So there's fancy high-end wine people. There's organic, crunchy granola wine people, which is a very different subset of wine people, guys.
There was organic, crunchy granola wine people. There were also just like generic, organic, crunchy granola
people, yeah.
Like one
there
country,
is that.
Northern Californians.
There's like the artist who has like the weird shtick. You know, where you like go to see their
such
show,
a good weird shtick,
and they
too.
like they like did their art thing in like a warehouse, that kind of a thing. So there's that.
They make fun of our artists.
They make fun of our artists. They make fun of our young people. There's a lot of diversity with the young people in this.
Oh, I think there was a black guy in the young person group.
In the art
but
gallery.
they're mean to the young people.
So there's like, well, not only is there like racial diversity, but there's also like LGBTQ plus diversity.
Yeah. Yeah,
in there too.
This
which
really
was
is
really interesting.
like a millennial boomer sort of a.
It is, well, they're 50, so that would be Gen X, but it's like
Gen X, yeah.
But it is kind of like millennial boomer kind of thing.
Well, it's that like meme level confrontation happening in the movie where like,
and it doesn't happen the whole time.
The lady just turned 50 and like, you know, they're like trying. There's this whole sort of back and forth about how she's getting older and how like they, you know, like what should they do and how they don't understand what young people are doing and all this other fucking nonsense.
They hit the like bohemian guy.
Yeah.
Who works in tourism and who like plays a guitar when he's waiting for like ladies to drink wine. Which, by the way, is Jason Schwartzman. And for me, he's always the dude making the hair doll in Slackers. It doesn't matter how many movies I've seen him in.
Was that like maybe his earliest big role?
It might have been.
Because when I think about, like...
But I've also seen that movie, like, about a billion times.
Yeah, well,
that came out, like,
who
right when I was, like...
Yeah,
that came out, like, right at, like, my young seeing movies.
Man, that is such a fucking good movie, too.
Yeah. Yeah, it is, actually.
You know, now that I think, that's, like... I think that might be the first time I, like, remember him being a character, you know? I mean, like, he probably definitely did stuff before that.
Yeah, that might have been,
that's, like,
his,
a really formative movie in my mind for him.
Yeah.
And he does a fucking fantastic job. He is unwavering in his character portrayal, which is a little fucked up.
Oh,
but
no.
It's just...
In Slackers, yes.
He's just... No, in this movie. He's so, like... He's the character that he's supposed to be, and that's what he is, and these ladies are... about as unkind to this motherfucker as you can get without physically attacking him.
Yeah.
Right? And they're just they're like, we don't care about what you're doing and like, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. But he's just like, oh, okay.
He's very like California woo-woo boy.
He's always trying to like get in on their fun. Like, oh, is that like a little joke? What's going on? You know, and they're like, drive the fucking van. All right? And he's like, oh, but I mean, you know, maybe I could pick a song. And they're just like, shut up and drive the fucking... but he's still, he never breaks. He never has that, like, that moment where he's just like, oh, maybe I should... None of that shit. Yeah. He is, like, hardcore himself the whole time. Yeah. It's fucking hilarious.
They also got the crunchy woo-woo, like, metaphysical kind of esoteric lady, which for us looking at it, like, I'm not from Napa County, so I don't know if there's an area in Napa County that would be, but here in Sonoma County that would be Sebastopol, and if you're from the Bay Area that would be Berkeley. So this very Sebastopol Berkeleyite lady comes and does like a sage cleansing. Occidental is in Sonoma County.
I know, but it's closer to them.
Occidental is closer to us.
Okay, I don't know.
This guy.
I don't know. I don't know geography.
He knows science.
I know how to get
geography.
to anywhere, but I don't really know where everywhere is.
That's absurd. So
it is, I guess.
She like comes out and does like a sage cleansing and then like a tarot reading thing, and I have some reservations about the tarot reading thing. It's clearly based on what the characters in the movie want, but I was just like, wow, that's a really closed-ended reading for
it's a fucking plot device, but
it's a plot device.
It is super closed-ended reading, and this chick is a
such
fucking
a bitch. Oh my god,
she's the biggest bitch, and I mean, like, that's her character, and it's funny when it's happening.
But also, these ladies are like rude-ass Karens. So
this real talk. This movie is just like, what if a gaggle of East Coast Karens came to California and had to put up with our shit for a little while. Yeah. Right? I mean, the only thing they were missing was somebody asking to talk to a manager.
But they did go to talk to a famous person.
They did interrupt a famous person?
And they did threaten to talk to somebody's manager. So let's go over the actresses.
So, okay, let's go over the actresses that are in this. All right, so this is a Tina Fey sort of, her little group of friends is the way that I think of it. So Tina Fey's in this. She plays the owner of the house. She is, again, fantastic.
Yeah. Also a very Northern California kind of personality.
Like character. Yeah. But no, she's absolutely, she's fun. And I love all of her outfits.
Yeah.
In the show. Real talk, like the clothing design in this movie is actually pretty good.
Yeah, the clothing in this movie, the costuming is all
because it's not like out of hand, and they're like, it's like a self-aware sort of a thing. All right, so Amy Poehler, Maya Rudolph, Rachel Dratch. Rachel Dratch is the birthday girl. Is the birthday girl, the one who turns 50. And she has like a bad back, and everybody sort of has like their own little like character flaws. Amy Poehler has some. Maya Rudolph has some. All three of these ladies crush it. Anna Gatsier, I don't know. Paula Pell and Emily Spivey, who all do a fantastic job. And all these ladies are very physical in their comedy. So there's a lot of like physical humor, and like that kind of a thing, and they're very aware of the physical humor. I mean, in general, the humor beats are really good. There's the rude card reader is Cherry Jones. And then the one minority that I remembered in the movie, the Asian girl, is Maya Erskine, who may or may not be Asian, to be completely honest with you. I have no fucking clue. And then the crunchy granola wine lady is Liz Kukowski.
Yeah, so these friends all rent out like a house for their friend's 50th birthday.
Like a 6-bedroom fucking villa on top of a mountain.
Yeah, this is expensive stuff.
Nice, dude.
And so they rent that out, so it's like kind of an Airbnb thing, but it is like palatial. Yeah. And it's got a guy that comes with the house, that's Jason Schwartzman. He makes paella in the largest pot I have ever seen in my entire life.
That's how you make paella.
And he's got like a whole bit with like a cuttlefish. Hilarious.
Yeah.
He also drives like the bus to take them like
he's like I come with the house. I'm the tour guy. Like,
yeah.
I'll show you
these
around.
ladies have all been friends since like they were probably in their 20s, and they all used to work at the same pizza joint, and they've all been like friends for like, you know what, they said for 20 years, but that would make them working at the pizza joint in their 30s, but they clearly looked like they were in their teens in those pictures.
Well, they looked like they were in their early 20s.
Now I think about that.
But yeah, whatever. Yeah. It was probably 30 years.
Anyway, these people have all like kind of, like they were friends when they were younger. They all did the thing. They all
worked at this pizza place in Chicago.
And now they're all grown up. So there's in
different places.
Yeah, so there's like a rich girl, and there's like a mom of like a bunch of kids, and there's like a lady who doesn't want to leave her house, and then there's like a regular like lady who has a terrible husband. Yeah. And there's one lady who's her like super. Yeah, it is. There's one lady who's like, really like,
she's like
type A personality and controlling.
There's the lady who's like over like domineering, and then there's one of them is like sort of crunchy granola. She like owns a vintage shop in Portland, and like. You know, she's a fucking hilarious character too.
Oh yeah, but really all the characters were hilarious. We found ourselves enjoying this movie much more than we expected to, even with the like shots fired, pew pew pew.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. There were a couple of times where you're like, I feel a little attacked for this, but
and I'm not even a wine person.
But in general, like and it's not. What is that? There was a movie from the early 2000s where like a bunch of actors or whatever come visit the wine country, and that's like respectful and nice, and they're tasting wine. Whereas these bitches, they're coming in here and they're like the guy's like, oh,
they're like getting wild. They're doing that.
This guy's like, this is a 1994 Chateau, blah, 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 blah. And they're like,
he's like, that's our high end. You're supposed to drink. You're
just
supposed
like
to savor
pounding
it. And they're like, come on, ladies, we gotta go to the next place. And they're just like, pound.
Oh, it's so funny.
At one point, one of the ladies is drinking a glass of wine. It's white wine, and they just went through like the tasting thing, where they talk about what they all are. And her and one, two of the girls are like drinking, and one lady is like, oh, I like this. What is it? And she's like, it's white wine. And she's like, oh.
Yeah, like they don't fucking care, and they actively tell these people like, shut up with your words. I don't care about them.
Oh yeah, These
so
ladies are the level of Karen where they're about to transcend into a Nance. So that's like a whole special place for them.
Yeah, they're going through some
really
stuff.
Funny.
Real funny.
It was surprisingly funny. It hit you with some feels.
Yeah, heartwarming. There was some heartwarming. All the characters
bits.
had, like they're like
They all had their
one or
redemption
two character traits, and they're like one thing that they needed to redeem themselves about, and they're like secret that they've been keeping from their friends this whole time, or what the fuck ever. So it's like a really well balanced movie.
Yeah, and we don't really want to spoil any of like the character arcs or the main bits or the plots of the story because honestly, it won't be as funny if we explain it. First of all, that's how comedy works.
Probably true.
And second of all, just go watch it.
Yeah,
it's really a fun movie for like a little 2-hour kind of romp. You get out of it and you're like, oh well, that was delightful.
Yeah, it was a good movie. It's available on Netflix here in the U.S. or at least here for us. But yeah, it was a good movie. I mean, I'd give it 4 out of 5, man. I
would also give this 4 wine glasses out of 5 paellas.
I was gonna say 4 wine glasses out of 5 Karens. It's not enough wine for that many Karens.
Not enough wine.
Not enough wine. Let me tell you what, these bitches put wine away. Also, far and away, Tina Fey's character is my favorite. Far and away.
Yeah.
By a huge fucking margin.
It's a really good character.
Tina Fey is like perfect in this movie.
Yeah.
She fucking crushes it.
Well, Tina Fey also plays the part of someone who's a townie. Who
she's just like a normal she's
townie.
In the background of a fuckload of scenes.
Yeah.
Like she's such a good character. On the other side of that, literally all of the young people in this movie are the fucking worst.
They're so cringy. Oh my gosh.
They're the worst.
But it's like they're all every single person in this movie fulfills a very specific trope.
Oh, they're also the extreme versions of those personality
they're like
traits.
the extreme version of a very specific trope. And honestly, like that's got to be a lot of work to write.
I feel like it's probably easier.
Everyone is a specific trope.
Yeah, you're just like this one. Choose a word out of the trope hat.
Oh, maybe.
I feel like there's a writer's book that's just like tropes with definitions, and you're just like, this one is, okay, this one's a lesbian with intimacy problems. Okay, they just got like dice. They're like, this one's,
oh my god,
lesbian with intimacy problems. 45-year-old with age-related problems. Back pain.
Man.
I feel like they were just rolling dice on these character traits, but I mean, they wrote a story around it that fucking worked. So I'm not bitching.
And works well.
It's good. It's funny. Absolutely all-star cast. Definitely fucking passes the Bechdel test.
Yeah, it definitely
to be honest
passes
with you,
the Bechdel test.
There's like 4 dudes in this movie.
Yeah, and most of the
Maybe
conversation
5?
is not about
also,
the dudes.
Every dude in this movie, they are just heinously rude to. They are super just like fuck off about it too. It's a real man-hating movie.
Sometimes.
It's a real man-hating movie.
You were just like, wow.
Yeah, they just like go at this doctor, and you can see on his face that he's like, I don't understand what the fuck is happening right now. It's absurd. It's absurd.
But it's not.
This is the exact opposite of the Bechdel test. It doesn't pass the Dupro test.
This is not like overly woman power rah-rah agenda.
Oh no, it's not. It's not like a girl power kind of a thing.
They're taking every trope to the limit, and with a gaggle of Karens.
They're just like shitty husband, ex-husband, doctor who I guess was rude or something, wine guy that they don't care about.
Yeah.
Schwartzen or whatever the fuck.
Jason Schwartzman.
Just being weird as
house
fuck.
Guy. Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, this was a good movie.
It sure was.
Check it out.
Yeah, watch it.
Yeah. All right. So don't forget to like this video, comment below, share this video, subscribe, make our problems other people's problems.
Did you guys catch any tropes that we didn't see?
Yeah.
And also, which was your favorite of the tropes?
Yeah. Who's your favorite and least favorite character?
Yeah.
Favorite Tina Fey, least favorite that Asian girlfriend. Or whatever. Yeah.
All right.
She's a good actress, but just an awful person.
We'll see you next time.
We'll see you guys next time.